just sweep over my soul. Blingy light, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the billows roll and tempests blow, Jaja will sweep over my soul. Every day, every moment, I will sing a song of praise to Him. Hail the King of Kings. Every day, I will rise. Every morning, I will sing. Every evening, I will lift my voice. Lift my voice in praise. Oh Lord, sweep over my soul. Sweep over my soul. Though the billows roll and tempests blow, sweep over my soul. I hear a voice is calling from somewhere out there. A voice is singing somewhere in my ear. And I know that I must rise and sing my heart and pray and sing for Jah Almighty. I say sweep over my soul. Oh, sweep over my soul. The road may rough and tough and go and get so hard. Just sweep over my soul.
Welcome back to Island Tea with your faves, Kevon and Amali, and we are joined in studio by our lovely friends from Skelec. Welcome.
Thank you for having us.
No problem.
The nation's leading utility provider.
Only.
We don't have that.
Okay, no problem. Let's go with the leading.
What if you're the only one leading?
You is true.
No matter how bad you're doing, you're still leading.
It's all about perception, my folks.
So tell us, my friends, why are you here today?
Well, first I want to introduce the team that I have here with me. My name is Patrice Harris, Corporate Communications Manager at Skelec, and I have two of Skelec superstars here with us, and I'll allow them to introduce themselves. Y'all are superstars, don't remember?
Good morning, everyone. My name is Azem, and I am this debt management supervisor at Skelec.
Oh dear.
Oh, so we know why you're here.
Gavin for its Gavin for its staff engagement officer at Skelec.
Very well. So, folks,
Staff engagement, is it?
Yeah.
Well, we know why you're here.
What does that mean?
that means that Mr. Face is in charge of planning all staff activities, supporting the corporate communications department and the HR department.
Really?
So
Yes.
his job is to make staff happy.
Wow, that's impressive, man.
Doing a good job so far.
Yes, he is.
Sure.
Yes,
So they keep the staff motivated and interested and
Yes,
And
come up
everything.
with activities.
Keep them loyal.
Keep them
All the
loyal.
good things that keep our minds functioning, yes.
Yes, all of the fun things. That's Mr. Fitz. All things fun.
fascinating.
Wonderful. So, why we're here today, we're here to speak about, well, as you would have guessed already, we're here to have a little conversation about the disconnection drive that we have happening at the moment.
Drive.
And the options that are available to our customers. Now, I do wish to confirm that Skelec has begun disconnecting customers with extremely high balances. And I know there were lots of conversations on Facebook, there were lots of conversations in the media about this disconnection drive. So we are confirming that disconnection has commenced, And we want to explain to customers what the options are, so you don't have to be left in the dark.
So before we jump there, you mentioned extremely high balances. I want you to clarify this. Is this extremely high balances that are being paid or extremely high balances that are not being paid?
It is extremely high balances that are not being paid.
Okay.
All right. And that is actually, I have a couple of situations or scenarios that we're going to talk through this morning.
Calling them?
So if customers do fall within this category,
As Max, if you're calling them this morning,
if we're calling them,
get them gentle reminders.
Yeah, the phone numbers.
that is Miss Isaac's department. That's her job. So Miss Isaac will explain what her department does, what
Just
her
know.
specific role is, and the options that we can provide to customers during this time. Go ahead, Miss Isaac.
Okay, good morning again. The purpose of the Debt Management Department at Skelec. The purpose of the Debt Management Department at Skelec is to consistently manage client accounts in an effective, efficient, fair manner while coaching them on their financial management with the goal of keeping current clients current, nurturing long-term relationships, decreasing outstanding balances, and contributing to the company's sustainability. Now, for persons that have been disconnected with large balances, we have what we call a deferred payment arrangement. Now, in order for that to be initiated, customers need to make an initial payment. Well, before they get disconnected, that is, they do the initial payment, we'll put them on the payment plan, which keeps them from getting disconnected. However, once they're disconnected, they're required to pay half of the outstanding balance.
Ooh.
And for the remaining
And
amount...
the reconnection fee.
And the reconnection fee of $100. If it's a residential, commercials are $250. However, let me make it known that for the DPAs or deferred payment arrangements, only residential customers are privy to that, right? They're eligible for that. So once half of the amount is paid, then the residential customer can go ahead and initiate a payment plan, and moving forward, make sure that every month that amount that is decided upon is paid along with the current amounts going forward.
No, I know based on what Ms. Isaac is explaining, this is an option that is provided for customers who are basically about to, well, any customer with a higher raise. But I just want to let the public know that in December and in January, we did send out notices.
Right.
In January, very early on, we send out our final notice to let customers know, those customers who are in arrears in excess of 90 days, that you will be eligible for disconnection and you need to come in. Now, we are aware that there are customers.
Like it's a reward.
Yes, it's a reward. To keep you powered. That's what you're eligible for. And we are aware that some customers were severely affected by COVID-19. They would have had some financial hardship. And that's why we opened our moratorium earlier in the year. Many customers did not take advantage of that moratorium, but now that the disconnection period has begun, they're telling us, okay, these are the difficulties. But there are still options for you. We're going to talk about the promotion that we have running a little later, but I want to walk us through some scenarios. And so I'll ask some questions, and Miss Isaac and Mr. Praise can assist with answering. If you are a customer with a higher raise, a really, really high balance, what options do you have?
Before getting disconnected, that is.
Oh gosh. What options do you have?
Just
Okay,
want
they
money guy there, you got it. We're going to wrap up the studio first.
Option, we have the deferred payment arrangement. There are also other options where you can actually, well, we give options for customers to call in over our IVR system, which is the interactive voice response system, where they can use that number 465-2000. They can call in and make payments over the phone once they have their credit or debit cards.
So this is open for customers who have never had a deferred payment plan before.
That's correct.
I just want to let the public know that the deferred payment plan is not new. It's not something
new.
that we have introduced because we have
It's been running for some years now.
So what about the customers who have higher arrears, had a DPA before and they defaulted? They had a plan before and they did not pay that plan.
Okay, there are some customers that would have gotten a plan just to ensure that they don't get disconnected and never did anything on it. In that case, then we ask for the majority of the outstanding amount. Some persons, if they can't do that, then we take it higher to management to see if we should enable them to have another payment plan.
All right. So what about a customer who it has been disconnected? What options do they have right now?
Well, we normally start out with asking for half, but because of the times that we're in right now, some customers actually have the chance to do whether 40%, 30%, or 20%. 20% being the least. Once that is done, then we will initiate the payment plan.
So customers who are currently disconnected, when they come in, there's an expectation that they'll have to pay about 30,
Half,
40,
half.
50%, and they go on a plan. But one of the things I want you to explain to persons is how the plan works, how the payment works, because it's not that you're just paying down your outstanding debt.
Right. Okay, so what happens is once you're on the plan, you're expected to pay the amount that we decide upon, because it's not just Skelec that decides what you pay. We have a conversation with the customer, and we try to ensure that while they're paying down on the plan, they still can keep current with their new bills coming in. And so we sit with them, we have that conversation, and once it's decided upon, going forward, they're expected to pay the amount that was arranged and the current amounts going forward on a monthly basis.
So you basically kind of start paying two bills, right?
It's
In one.
It's one, yeah. You're staying current
Along
the
with
new-
your current balance.
Right,
Yes.
that's correct.
So your electricity service is
You mean
set up.
uninterrupted?
Yeah, so that's one of your options.
And some of the persons that are unable to do something like that, we offer them the prepaid service.
That's what I wanted to speak about.
Yes.
How does the prepaid work?
Prepaid service, for some persons, it's sort of like having a cell phone, a prepaid cell phone where you have to put monies on your service
So
in
the
order
top
to
up.
get use of it. Right, so you top up. So once that happens, if the person has paid their initiated amount and they can't do the monthly payments, then we offer them the prepaid service where they would have to put monies on their service and it goes towards their daily usage. So it sort of helps customers to basically manage what they use, because there's some customers that would go to the fridge and they stare inside and they're trying to figure out what to eat. When you have the fridge door open, it means that
They're natural though.
it means that
Well,
there's
not
warm
if
air
you
going
have
in. There's warm
Do you have?
air going in, and then there's
Do you have?
cold air coming out. Okay, so that causes your bill to sort of go up.
In about
So
5 minutes.
it means that it helps customers in a sense to manage their usage, as opposed to just doing things willy-nilly, and at the end of the month you have a bill. And you say, oh, well, I can't pay all of this. Prepaid keeps you focused.
Very good. And prepaid is an option that we want to roll out to majority of our customers very shortly. You might have seen our ads around for a very long time about Power Up coming soon. Yes, Amali.
I have a question.
I like how you raise your hand. Such an orderly young boy.
Yeah, my birthday.
On the bond days.
In terms of the prepaid plans that folks can register for, how is one to know how much power they're going to use on a daily basis to pay for it in a prepaid fashion?
I think that way.
Yeah, the system basically works when you come in. Because we have your usage history over 3-4 year period. We'll know approximately how much you use per day. So in some cases where you might be using 10 kilowatt hours, which might be $7 to $8 a day. So then we'll work it out and say, okay, use $7 to $8 a day, use 10 kilowatt hours. So then you'll know, well, I have to basically manage $7 a day. The thing though, because I'm pretty sure persons out there wondering, does that mean I'm going to get disconnected in the night? No. No, your power won't be disconnected in the night, not with prepaid. With prepaid, you'll get about 3 days notice before your power is disconnected. So you'll be getting warning saying, you get the text, we send out the text at like 9 in the morning, so you get the text saying, you have 2 days remaining, you have 1 day remaining, your balance is down due today, before you get disconnected. And then the disconnection happened at 11 a.m.
Okay.
That's just it.
After you've gone to work.
disconnected.
Okay, so
But you'll know.
I have a question, but
When
before
you
the
have a cell phone,
question,
you'll know.
You'll know.
I want to alert. So I know our phone lines are on fire, but
We're popular today.
we are going to we're going to take calls in a few minutes, but we just need to get through some things with Skelec first, because we need to want to give all the information first, because I'm sure
Okay.
some of the questions that you have might be answered before we get to the calls. But I have a question. So if the person goes over their estimated usage, what then happens?
The top up again?
You
Yeah, you have to top
you
up.
get you get notices, you're saying, right?
you get
Yeah.
the notices and then you can. So you won't be disconnected when you hit when you hit your
no.
okay.
So say during the night or the morning, like 9 o'clock, like you, as I say, it's $7, but you go to maybe $7.50 or $7 and $8 negative. You just won't be disconnected. So it's not like the system will just say, okay, $0, you get disconnected. No, that won't be the case. You'll be able to go in and top up, so you'll be able to have credit on your account again.
Right.
And that is why we have all of the avenues for payments. The automated 24/7 call-in service. That way you can call, use your debit card, and you can top up, you can pay a bill. You can do it online through our eBills portal. That is our own portal to go on and make a payment, monitor your usage. And you can also use the online banking portals in addition to coming into our main office itself. But there are many options for payments outside of the prepaid. I want people to utilize them. Not because we want to get our monies, but because we want to help the country with its technological advancement, get people using the different technologies and not be so much of a Luddite, for lack of a better word. But I just want customers who do have a higher arrears, but they have been making consistent payments. So every month, they know they have this bill and they've worked out their own payment plan. What about these customers? Customers are really frantic. They're meeting me on the street.
Okay, well, for customers like that, sometimes you would still have an arrears on the account, because if they're slated to pay 200 and their bills are 1, that's 3. Some of them would pay 150 or 200 every month. But in a situation like that, we would sit with the customer, we'll have a conversation, and we will try to get them on the right path. Debt management is not just about disconnections, it's about sitting with persons and getting them to sort of budget, but budget with Skelec in mind.
Yes, because
Okay.
people don't do that. People don't budget with Skelec in mind.
Oh no, I have to pay my cable bill. I got to pay water.
I have my nails to get done, I
Oh,
have my hair
and
to get done.
the bank cards, the credit cards.
Yes.
But then Skelec, no, I ain't gonna pay the
Well, what
bill.
happened, Adamant?
Yes. And then 1 month goes into 2, into 3, and sometimes up
It has to catch
to
up.
way higher than that. So we basically have a sit down with our customers, and we try to get them on the right path by helping them to budget, and at the same time making sure that at the end of the month they can function.
We'll talk about one last thing before we take 1 or 2 calls. What about, I know I mentioned that we did send out our notices in December and then in January. But in addition to the notices, we sent out some love letters in December. So tell me about the persons who got these love letters and what options they have. Because I don't want people to think that they just wake up and they're not going to see any power. There were love letters that were sent out. Tell me about the love letters.
There were letters that were sent out, as Ms. Harris said, with a lot of love, basically indicating to persons what their balances were and that they should come in and have a sit down and sort of get it sorted out. So for those persons, when they came in, because there were quite a few persons that came in after they got the letters, we were able to sit down with them, and for most of them, we were either able to put them on prepaid or give them a payment plan. So we have sorted them out.
Very well. So if you got a love letter, do not ignore the love letter. And don't take it as though Skelec or Miss Harris or Mr. Faith or Miss Isaac is sending threats right now.
No,
but
we're
if you
not.
got a love letter, come in and talk to us about the love letter. That's what. And as we're speaking about love letters, this is the promotion that we have running for the
yes.
next 14 days.
Yes.
Are you excited to hear about the promotion, Amali? You have to be excited. So the promotion that Skelec has for the next 14 days, Gavin, I think I'm going to let you talk about it, but you have to have the nice smiley face, like Cupid and everything, like the promotion.
Oh, okay, let me try. You see, here's negative. Okay, let's go. Now, for the month of February.
Not for the month of February. For the first
Sorry.
time.
1st to 14th.
Yes.
Let's put it like that. From February 1st to 14th, Skelec is offering our customers, our valued customers,
Yes.
the customers that much love that we have for them, we are offering them the ability to slash their arrears.
Amen.
So you have an arrear. With us, you can slash your arrears.
I want you to understand, arrears is a high bill. It's a lot of money. That's what arrears is.
Like a lot of money. Like
Jade arrears isn't a bum.
Thank you, Amali.
She don't
Oh, she
really,
had
okay.
the band-aids.
Okay, she
Okay,
had the
that's the
band-aids
one.
and so. Okay. Yeah, had to jump over the park wall and then things. Okay, no problem. No problem. We ain't talking about. So basically what it is, we are allowing persons to choose their deposit. So you choose your deposit. Now remember, earlier you heard Ms. Isaac speaking about how the fact that if you're coming with an arrears, you might have had a 40, 30, 20%. We might have told you that's the amount you have to pay to become part of the DPA. Well, right now it is choose your deposit. You tell us
How much you want to pay.
how much you want to pay. So it's not that we are telling you, you are telling us how much you want to pay to start off the DPA.
because-
No catch.
Because my area, sorry.
No catch.
If my areas is like,
Go ahead.
I've heard
Call a figure.
stories of people got billed with like $10 and so.
Oh, no,
Oh, that's a small
bill.
number.
Because
Yes.
people above, we have people double that.
Yeah.
Residential customers.
Yeah, like a house, a 2-bedroom house.
Well, it's not
double
your
that.
fault.
So what about the promotion?
Let's go with this
Darren?
one. Yeah, we'll skip with that one. We'll leave
You're
the
going to
question.
let I'm asking. So it's a serious question.
Go ahead.
So if an individual has arrears of $25,000-$30,000, and they decide to come in and pay $2,000, like that's okay with you?
But it would have it took.
Because is it to resume
So for the
services?
14 days, the first 14 days of February,
You
choose what
can
you want to
choose
pay.
the deposit
What you
you
want
want
to
to
pay.
pay.
Yeah.
However, remember, the deposit is a part of the payment plan.
Correct.
So you're going to come in and sign up for our plan.
Okay, which is 50%.
No.
No.
No, for the first 14 days.
For the
For the
first
first
14 days,
14 days,
you choose.
You choose what you want.
You
to give
choose what
us.
you want.
And the 15th there, is there a certain...
There's
No,
none
no,
of
no,
that.
no,
There's
no,
none
no,
of that.
none of that.
Skelec is a good, genuine company. The nation's leading utility
So I'm asking
provider.
you,
There's no
based on the
catch.
scenario, based on the scenario, I am in arrears $25,000. On the 2nd of February, come in and say, let me get you $5,000. I give you $5,000.
You
What
start
happens
it.
after that?
You start the
Well,
sign up for
DPA.
the
You
You
sign up
have
for the
to sign,
DPA.
you
Yeah.
pay that $5,000, but you have to sign up for
the
our
payment
plan.
Payment plan.
Okay.
You don't
Because-
just come in and pay and turn
Yeah.
off.
Okay.
Yeah, because remember, if in
So when you
in
come in
normal
and I give me
circumstances-
$5,000, then is when we will also discuss
Yeah.
Your payment.
payments going forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because in normal circumstances,
While
you
staying current.
you would have had a 25 grand. Then we would have told you, hey, you got to come here
But
with maybe
outside
about
of
10
that,
grand.
If I came in, I would have to pay the 50.
Yes.
I
Correct.
understand. Okay.
Correct.
So that's our wonderful promotion.
And it goes from the 1st to the 14th.
And it's from
technically.
Skelec with love.
With
With
love.
love.
Happy
With love.
Valentine's.
With
One
Just
quick
wait till you get
question.
to the end.
You better
Does
do
this
what
apply
they
to
want.
businesses?
The question is, does this also apply to businesses?
No, the DPAs are not eligible for
on.
businesses.
No.
However, I think Azem can just tell you briefly what type of options we do have for our commercial customers.
Okay, for commercial customers, depending on the amount of their arrears, we do give them options where they can pay a certain amount down, and we would give them probably up to 6 months in which to clear the remaining amount. But while doing that, they have to stay current. So it's not like you have a bill for 10,000 and you say, okay, I'm going to pay you 3, and then over the next couple of months I'm going to pay the 7, and that's all you pay. You have to stay current with your bills for that 7 months.
Yeah, I think the biggest takeaway from this is people might think that all you're doing is paying down what you owe.
Right.
No, you are paying down what you owe,
And
as
staying
well as the
current.
current bills that you
Exactly.
have to
That's correct.
that
You're
you
still
And then
accumulating
changing-
charges, so.
And changing your mindset to know
Exactly.
that Skelec should be a part of your monthly budget, and that is a
as
bill
long
that-
as
And if
you
you
get a
can't
bill.
afford, and if you can't afford to stick around and make the payments, then just lock off everything in your house.
Yeah,
Light
standard.
candles.
Yeah.
As
We are
old
the
folks
sacrifices.
used to say, if the dance can't pay for the light, then you need to stop keeping the dance.
There's something you can probably stop doing. Some other area. that
Some
you
hobby
can
that
save
you
your money.
have
You-
that you need to just finish away with.
Not only that, I think that people don't recognize that there's so much in their homes that consumes electricity. Like I think it's just a matter
Stop
of
paying
sometimes
the
looking
But
around and
there are some
recognizing.
customers that would come to us and say, but I'm never home. I don't use that. I said, but you're not. It's not that you're home using the electricity because you can't plug yourself in. You are basically your furniture. Sorry, not your furniture.
I like to
your
inform
appliances.
I like the
Using
listeners
electricity
that this
whenever
is a pre-recorded episode. she isn't in the studio currently.
But there are some persons
Yeah.
that would say that because they're not home, their electricity should not be that high, but you're not the one that's actually using the electricity per se.
The appliances
are plugged in. And so as they're plugged in, whether you're there, you've gone away,
they're
as long as your
consuming.
main switch is off, they're going to be energized. And so that's where the electricity usage comes from.
Some people
It's
like
not you going home and washing a load of laundry, maybe cooking on an electric stove. It's not you doing that, but your stuff are plugged in, and that's what we're trying to get persons to understand.
Yeah, and the next issue, right, is
Of
that
course, when you're using them, the demand.
They cut the consumer a
exactly,
little
and
bit
that's the
more.
next thing. People following with what I said. People say, "Oh, May home," but then okay, you get home at 4. What you do between 4 and 8 in the morning, or 4 and 7 in the morning counts, because you get home at 4. You turn on this, you turn on that, you leave on the light, you leave on this, you leave on the TV, bam, you plug in everything. So all that now is just power. So if you actually have to look at your meter, or you look at your usage,
you see the
between
spike
those
when you
hours,
get home.
You see the spike, and that is really the spike. That
There
is
are some
really the
persons that
spike.
actually go to work, and because they might say their house is hot at the afternoons when they come in, they leave their ACs on, they leave the fans running.
Wow.
That takes a lot of
And that man don't look at the AC
electricity.
ever.
Okay,
And
so
don't look at, even when you travel on to the AC on, he knows.
Wow.
Well, not only that, I know
Exactly.
I know people who, because they may come home in the evenings late or after sundown, they leave their lights on when they leave,
exactly.
Yeah.
so that when they come back to the house, or or before they get back, at least light is on. So
And
things
there's
like
some
that.
persons that would, because they don't plan the day before, they get up in the morning, they say, okay, I'm going to iron, and they leave the iron on. Some irons are not the ones that will turn themselves on after a period of time. So the
People
iron
leaving
is
an
on.
iron now?
The iron is on from when you
I don't
leave in the morning
To when you
you
get
come
home.
back home.
And it's constantly being heated all day.
Exactly.
So.
But what
And
I want to let
that
us
is not safe either, eh? So please,
Please don't do that.
Right.
Y'all doing some strange things. Please don't. I just want to let customers know. Don't stay out there and be frantic and get afraid and make up rumors about which community is in darkness,
Right.
etc. Don't do any of that. Come in and have a conversation with us. There are options for you, but it really is not financially feasible for you to just be seeing the bills and having them stacking up, because there is a cost associated with producing electricity. It's not free. Not because you can't feel it, you can't touch it. I mean, you can try to touch it, get electrocuted, but there is a cost associated with it, and we need you to come in and have a conversation with us. We have this 14-day promotion that begins on Monday. It ends on the 14th. Come in and take advantage of this promotion. Instead of that 50% or 30 or 40% that we're asking you for, you tell us the amount that you want to make as your deposit when you sign up for our deferred payment plan. Unfortunately, customers who have had a plan before and would have defaulted on that plan, you are not eligible.
Right.
You are not eligible to come in and say, you give me $500 when you had an option before. You did not take advantage of that. So come, but
But they should still come in as well and,
it's gonna
and try and
don't stay out
negotiate.
there because they gave you some
But they got to pay the
but
$50
come in.
On the 40.
Or the 30.
Yes.
Depending
Anywhere
on-
between
Come in and have a
30
conversation.
50.
Come in and have a
And
conversation.
you'll have persons there to deal with you that will give you a lovely smile. That's
Lovely,
what
I
we do.
Skelec has very good customer service. Y'all should come
Yes.
down. Our customer service is
Even
so
just to say
good.
hi.
You all give your customers water when they enter the door?
It's not a spa.
No spas with wine. Spas with
Our customers to take advantage for the next 14 days, beginning February 1st. Choose your deposit to assist you in slashing your arrears. Come in and pay your bills. Pay them online, pay them over the phone, pay them in our check drop box, and pay them using our banking portals. But just don't stay home and don't pay.
And it is from Skelec with love.
With love.
With
Lots of love.
And lots of smiles.
And do come in and get one of our calendars to see all of what we did last year, all of our beautiful smiling faces. All right?
And there's a photograph
Macy Gavin on this.
of Patrice in September in a two-piece.
I opted out this way.
Gavin. We wrapping up. So Jade, don't tell me nothing. But how are you keeping the smiling faces smiling and ain't in here?
Because I do it from the back.
He take the
It's in
picture.
back. Yeah. I'm
You take the picture.
The photographer, he's
I'm in the back.
everything.
So he was
I'm in the
taking the
background.
picture.
Yes, he
I'm in the
basically
back.
keeps
Okay.
everybody going.
Forgiven.
I'm in the background.
And then we
Forgiven.
try to do the same for him
Yeah.
in the
Forgi-
background.
okay, forgiven.
Gary keeps everyone at Skelec smiling.
Yes.
Forgiven. No problem.
And we have some nice stuff coming up for us. So hopefully we might be back with some of our staff. So look out for us. We're doing some
And we're
stuff with
turning
staff.
10 this year. Skelec
Yeah,
turns 10.
we're turning 10 in August.
So
10
we'll be
years,
back.
Skelec.
We'll be back. Amali, like you
So
want to
Gavin is
discuss, so
going to
we'll
get
be
some
back.
really nice outfits for that.
Oh
Right?
yeah. Oh yeah. We're gonna have something special for staff.
Another 2-piece?
Another 2-piece. So
Okay.
it's 1 piece, 2 piece.
So
Wait,
folks,
what y'all saying?
So
Guys,
careful.
need calendar to be?
So folks, for the most up-to-date information, please check our Facebook page. Listen out to of credible news houses. And while we're here, just want to let the public know that we will be demolishing the 2 buildings directly in front of Skelec on Central Street. This is the old ice plant and the old stores building. Persons who live in the vicinity of these 2 buildings, please be mindful that the demolition will take place Saturday and Sunday, the 30th and the 31st.
Suppose you win them.
So we're going to be doing that to allow for some of our capital projects to take place, including parking for our customers.
Yes.
All right, so Skelec loves our customers.
Skelec, do it.
We are doing.
We're doing
We
it.
have to.
Oh, time to go home.
We're going to be powered.
Well, hopefully, because last time you come here,
Don't even say
you
it.
walk
Don't
out the
even say
door
it. Don't
and
even
the
say
country was
it.
in
Don't even
blackness.
say it. Don't even say it.
Sorry.
We never want Jim
Every
said.
time.
We're going to talk about Voldemort. He who must not be named.
But from Skelec with love. We do everything with
So you're
love.
to put me in darkness with love.
So you
not that
so
we want
either
to
even
put you in
disconnect with
darkness.
love and when you disconnect somebody and say, hug them and so.
It's because we're trying
And say, hey,
to...
this.
You're trying to keep
We're
the
trying
other
to keep
lights
you on the
on.
right path. We're trying to get you there and keep you there.
Okay.
You know, that's something called tough love.
Yes.
Trying to avoid them wrapping up even higher bills. That's all it is.
Exactly.
That's all it is.
I
Protection.
understand. I understand.
Financial management, Skelec.
With
Yes.
love.
Love it.
Anyway, thank you folks for joining us and sharing this wealth of information with our avid listeners. We'll see you again in August to celebrate.
Before that, probably.
Before that?
Before that.
Next week.
Before that.
We're going to try to come once a month. That's good?
Why you?
I think you should come during the.
Yes,
I
that's
think
fine.
you should come during the 14 days to update or give any.
Patrice,
Yeah.
I told you I didn't give Amali the pep talk before. I told you to do it. You didn't.
Yeah, but
do it.
I'm having to get a little conversation with sales.
I'm missing something.
Folks, thanks for having us. It's a way better show than the last time. And I just want to thank our customers for tuning in, our listeners. If you need information, call us, come see us, check our Facebook. Bye-bye.
You
Well,
feel, you
yeah.
feel injured, no?
Yes,
You're
the
stinking.
injured stuff.
Hey. Anyway, folks who come to the end of the show, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. You'll see us and hear us again tomorrow on WINN FM 98.9, and of course all the media sources. The Facebook and the YouTubes.
And remember to like, share, and subscribe, guys.
Indeed, WINNMedia SKN I think is the handle
Yes, it is.
for the social media platforms. Indeed. It's hump day.
I'm done.
The weekend is almost here again. I find January went fast.
Oh, no.
Aquarius Nation.
Took a long.
Yes, Patrice, say it again for the people who didn't hear you.
Anyway, folks, don't drink too much and drive safely. Use our roundabouts correctly. Indicate while exiting the roundabout. Please don't overtake in the roundabout and stay in your lane. Also, don't park your vehicles in a way that will obstruct our sanitary workers because they ain't playing with all of this, yo.
You ain't care about match it.
Towing car.
You ain't care about match it.
Yeah, man. The towing car
Yeah.
and they're now moving from fines to by the courthouse.
Yeah, so Llewellyn.
Or by limo house.
Indeed.
Or by limo house.
Over by Mr. Limore.
Yes. And lastly, on my part, please let us advocate for some change in our archaic laws in this country as it relates to sexual abuse, sexual assault,
Justice for Jaquan.
minors, etc., and in terms of equity as it relates to the gender bias that we see in our legal system here in St Kitts and Nevis.
Yes, I.
So Vincent Juicy by when I'm speaking to you.
Indeed.
I hope you're listening.
And if not,
And
somebody
lastly,
tell him.
oh,
And if not, somebody tell him.
somebody please tell him because I know people for him listening. They listen now, and then they listen every morning, and then when something touch their nerves, that's when they listen to something. By something yesterday and saying, I say, oh, you listen every morning. They feel less smart. But anyway, I'll now hand it over to the Master of Ceremonies for his final comments. He has the floor.
Remember, you can't be everyone's cup of tea because
You're not a mug.